This is 100 baby oyster seed. That will turn into this 100-count bag of markets. These are what we call fat bellies. It's a nice little oyster, perfect for shucking, perfect raw oyster. The name came from because they had a fat belly on them. That's where the name came from. We kept calling them, we used to have a different name for our oyster company, but then we were like, look at the belly on that oyster. And then the goal just became to try and grow an oyster with a fatter belly, which to us means that it's popping. At least you can see it from the cup. The cup isn't so, like that one, it's a beautiful oyster, don't get me wrong, but I'd like that belly to be a little fatter. It's a nice belly.
This is a more elongated. The belly is not bad.
Phil's the master picker. You've been picking oysters for how long? 6 years now? No, 4 years?
Over 4.5.
The harder we work, the easier it is to harvest. Because yeah, 4 years, baby. Got your college degree, your Scuttle degree. Congratulations. So let's see. Now I will pop one of these suckers for you. See? I can tell you that's gonna have a nice full meat to her just based on that belly. So what we'll do, we'll give her a nice little sea washing, a little more presentable. There we go. So, fat belly oyster, super easy to pop. Should have a nice belly, like I suspected. That's what we're looking for. You know, the meat will be coming out of the shell when we shuck her. I mean, that thing is like protruding out of there. Philly, you want an oyster?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Taste it.
What you do to me is in confliction, a straight contradiction with my mind. Guilty pleasure has a bitter taste. In the end, my friend,
maybe even 40, I don't know. Think about. So they come through this cleaner. I got dirty hands, but they get clean. Only if we keep the machine in top order. It should come out like this every time, but they don't. God, that's pretty.
So I'm gonna say like 32.
32?
I'll say.
Hey, he's looking at the pile. Don't be looking at the
camera. What do you mean? I'm looking at the camera.
I got you.
I'll say 39.
I say I'll take Phil's 35 then. If you go into 32, I'll say 35, and he's 39. I actually think it's probably closer to. Ooh, they cannot all be good. This is a cage that got spatted on. You can see all the little oysters that have attached. Those are baby wild oysters that seem to have found their way onto our oysters and grow. It's actually a really good sign for a healthy river. The win for the river. How do you feel about spatted cages, Philly?
Mixed feelings. I like them and I hate them.
What about you, Creighton? How you feel about spatty lines?
Tough to work. I don't even think you can steam that. River wins with it.
Yeah. I was gonna say you weren't around for the 2020 spatting of almost put me and Philly out of business. You remember that, Phil? Only time I've ever cried on the lease. That made me cry.